Hey everybody, this is going to be a playthrough of the C.P9.2 mission from the Georgian Oil War campaign for the Su-25T. Looking at the mission briefing, we've got an afternoon mission in the winter. There's a kind of a medium-high cloud layer. It's a little bit too low to give you comfortable altitude to fend off AAA and SAM threats, but it's high enough that you shouldn't have too much triple spot targets. It is pretty low light, but not low light enough to need the LLTV pod, which you don't have anyway. Looking at the outer flights, there's a couple K-50 helicopters flying around, as well as two more Su-25Ts besides you and your wingman. Looking at the threats, we've got Stinger manpad IR-guided SAMs, we've got Avenger IR-guided SAMs, we've got truck-mounted ZU-23s. For the air threat, we've got AH-1 helicopters. Those are going to look pretty different from your friendly K-50s, but you'll have to get close to tell the difference. So unless they're shooting at you or a friendly or getting shot at by a friendly, probably just ignore any helicopters. There's also some F-16s that could be flying around. Keep an eye on your RWR for those. They're a big threat if they come after you. So if you see RWR indications for fighter radars, then you might want to try to hang out further to the north as much as you can to give you some SAM cover. Looking at the mission planner, the objective of this mission is protect 3 friendly groups as they advance towards these allied objectives in the south. So the first group here starts off along the coast, basically just comes south, crosses the bridge over the river south of Batumi, and then heads on to this coastal objective. Next group is over here, goes to the east end of Kobuleti or Batumi Airfield, and then runs over that same bridge, but then heads east. And third group, if I can get it, yeah, that one there. Kind of a mix east of Batumi Airfield and then west of the coastal objective. To protect these guys, essentially you just want to kill as many tanks as you can. So we got 4 tank groups. First one here on the coast. Look at the satellite map so you can see the trees and stuff a little bit better. So 4 tanks there along the coast. As we cross this bridge from Batumi to the south, there's a road, comes straight south from there. We got 2 groups across that road. So the first group to the west, another 4 tanks. To the east, another 4 tanks. And then much further east along the coast or along the river, we got another 4 tanks over here. Other stuff in the area to be aware of, we got a bunch of anti-air threat. So there's a bunch of random spawn AAA and Avengers. So all these ZU-23s, you probably don't really need to worry about those. They aren't much of a threat, but these Avengers are a threat. You probably aren't going to have time to kill them, so just be aware of them. Turn away as soon as you can on each of your attack runs. And if you need to, cut your throttle and pump out flares, depending how close you got on your attack runs. So there's a bunch of these all through here. Like I said, probably not going to have time to kill them, so just keep an eye out for them. There's also some man pads back in, like this artillery group here has got a man pad, and then there's a man pad each in this artillery group and this headquarters group down here. You probably aren't going to come far south enough to have to worry about those. So the overall plan, we'll take off out of Kobuleti up here, head out over the coast, spot Batumi. So the best way to find that is as soon as you take off, you'll be able to look at kind of this chair-shaped city here, Kobuleti. You got this little cross runway configuration here. Just follow the coast south to the bay and the protrusion where the coastline kind of juts out. That'll be Batumi, and then find the river just south of that to be pretty prominent, and find the bridge south of Batumi. This is all pretty easy to spot once you get up in the air. So once you find that bridge, you should be able to follow that road inland a little bit and find these 2 tank groups. And then if you just go straight west from there, you'll find that coastal group, and just a little bit southeast from there along the river, you'll find that eastern tank group. Eastern tank group isn't really much of a threat to your friendlies, so that'll be the last priority. Probably the first 2 to kill are these 2 tank groups across this bridge road, and then shift over to the coast and kill that one, and then this eastern group. If you've got time, you will have the friendly K-50s and Su-25Ts also working on all these same things, so don't be surprised if some of these tanks get killed and you didn't do it. You're not going to have time to wait and kill a bunch of anti-air before bringing in your wingman, so start using him right away, though he probably will die early. Best way to use him, though, is to lock something up on the Shkval and direct your wingman to attack your target. If you just tell him to attack everything, he's going to prioritize the anti-air and fly around the map attacking all that stuff and probably get killed pretty quick. You're not really going to need him, though. You got plenty of missiles to take care of everything yourself, and he's likely to die no matter what you do. So don't worry about your wingman too much in this mission. Essentially, once you've killed all these tanks, you can either hang out and kill other stuff for fun, just don't die, but probably the safer bet is just RTB at that point, as there's really nothing else on the map that's a threat to your friendly units except for the enemy aircraft. And those are probably either going to have expended their munitions or gotten killed by the time you could focus on them anyway, since you should have been focusing on the tanks. So probably just kill the tanks in the RTB if you want to play it safe. If you don't want to play it safe, kill the tanks first and then kill everything else. Good luck. All right, start the mission. I'll turn around and head to the coast. We got the city of Kovaleti on the coast here. Further down, that'll be Batumi. And we're looking south of the river on the south side of Batumi. There we got the river south of Batumi. With the coastal tanks there, they've got some sort of anti-air behind them. Come over to the bridge. Here's the bridge, so we got the tanks to the west of the bridge. And we can see one of them to the east of the bridge too. They got some sort of anti-air with them as well. And coming even further east, another anti-air unit there. And we got some tanks over here, and they got something with them as well. So lots of anti-air in the area. I think I will start with the groups by the bridge. I'll kill whatever this anti-air unit is back there. Not there, this one. But I'll send the wingman in on one of these other tanks. I'm going to turn on launch permission override because these are pretty squishy tanks as tanks go. And the anti-air units are pretty squishy too, so I can launch from longer range, and if it misses by a little bit, that should be okay. As soon as I get a lock, I'll send the wingman in on this tank, and then I'll take, it looks like it's probably an Avenger behind him.
Ground forces to 105. We are advancing to our
Атакуй мою цель.
We are marking the attack.
Принял. Второй. Облучение. 12 часов. Второй. На боевом. Второй. Облучение. 2 часа. Второй. Работаю по воздушной цели. Второй. Наблюдаю воздушную цель. 2 часа. 50-й. Наблюдаю воздушную цель. От ориентира 043. Управление 11. На 500.
I think that was my wingman that reported he was engaging a bandit, so he didn't follow my instructions.
Второй. Облучение. 6 часов. Второй. Пуск ракеты. 9
And he's getting launched on, so he's probably just gonna die.
Второй. Пуск ракеты. 9 часов.
Looks like he chased
Второй. Облучение.
chased something over enemy territory over there.
Второй. Обнаружена цель. Объект ПВО. 12 часов.
See if I can just get him to come to me.
6. Второй. На боевом.
Oh no, he's running in now. Interesting.
50-й. Второй. Пуск ЗРК. 1 час. Второй. Пуск ЗРК. 1 час. Второй. Цель уничтожена. Второй. Наблюдаю воздушную цель. Второй. Пуск ЗРК. 6 часов. Второй. Получил
And he's hit, so he's probably done. That might be the wingman.
Облучение. 8 часов.
Not sure. I'll see if I can still direct him onto something, but since he got hit, he probably won't listen. Alright, trying to send the wingman in there, see what he says. He says negative, and he's about to run out of fuel. He's going to be ejecting in a second. Alright, I'll be getting kind of close to enemy territory here, so after this hits, I'll dive, cut throttle, and pump out flares. I'll risk shoot both of these in one pass. Yeah, definitely got shot at on that one. See if I can figure out what kind of helicopter this is. That looks like a Ka-50. So I think there's one more tank in the two groups that span the bridge road there. So I'll kill that and then move over to the coast. See if I can find one of these tanks on the coast. Looks like maybe there's just one left. I take a peek at that as I drive away. It looks like 4 fireballs there, so that group's done. So move over to the one on the east side. Looks like that one might be getting hit as well. I think I see 3 fireballs. It's K50 there. Ah, here's the last tank in that group. Alright, that's it for the ground threats. I'm not going to worry about the air threat, so I'll just RTD at this point, wait for the friendlies to get where they're going. We got the city equivalent here, so the airfield will be out in the field there somewhere. Yeah, right there. Still pretty heavy. Just making a real sharp turn to bleed off a bunch of speed.
Заруливайте на стоянку.
All right, now that I've landed, I'm not going to take off again, so I'll cheat a little bit, look at the F10 map, see what's going on with those friendlies. All right, that one's where it's going. These guys got a ways to go. And that one's got a ways to go too, so I'm going to speed up time quite a bit. This group over here isn't actually even one of the objective groups, so not worried about that. All right, there's mission success. That'll do it.